How'd you fix it?
Here we go. Hey, everybody.
Wait,
I'm James.
I'm Evie.
Living for Crits is here. We're back. We're half an hour late.
Sorry.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to blame it all here on Keith. Our friend Keith.
Looking at you, Keith.
Mutazoid over there, who is joining us. You know, it was all great until Keith must have, I don't know, hacked our system.
You hacker.
And changed our...
Did you just keep, like...
stream key.
Spamming it?
No, I changed the stream key again.
Again? That's
Again.
it? It's all it took?
2 times. I don't know what happened. But we're here, and we're going to talk.
Here.
We're going to talk. All right. let me do one more thing here. Oh, my gosh. I'm so sorry, everybody. Usually folks come on at 9. We're here.
It used to be 8 for a while.
Well,
right?
I'm going to tell you. It's 9 now. I'm going to delete this.
Hey, we said later this week, and it is later in the week.
It is.
We weren't wrong.
No, we're not. Yeah. All right, well, here we go. We're talking about tables. And game tables. That's going to be our chat topic. But before we get into that, let's go into what we've done with gaming, which is jack squat this weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No gaming again?
Not really. There was gonna be like horror gaming, but my friends bailed on me.
Yeah,
Except
tonight's
John.
show is supposed to be the horror gaming show, and we skipped that. We decided not to do that.
I didn't decide not to do that. It was the day of gaming, and all my friends are like, "We're busy, gotta cancel."
That's a good point.
Except John. John always
Josh.
stays through. He's never got anything to do. So,
He's a boring guy.
yeah, he's asking me about homework right now, and I'm like, I don't got time for that. I did my homework at school like a good person.
Well, Jen, my wife, was not here this weekend. She was at the Alliance game something in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah.
She's still driving home right now.
She said she'll be here at 10:45.
And she was running game demos, so I'm excited to see this would be her first GMing. Well, no, she ran No Thank You Evil, right?
With me. And it was terrible.
Well, my weekend was quiet and fantastic. I binge watched all 8 episodes of The Boys on Amazon Prime. That was awesome. And then, as everyone can see, there's now something living on our shelf, as the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition is now here, including my it's like real leather. Hey, Scott!
Really?
What's up, man?
It's real leather?
Yeah, it's the real leather, signed by Shane, Lacey Hensley, Clint Black, and Jody Black. My suede. Hashtag suede. I'm afraid to play with this.
Don't play with this. Oh, it's fraying.
No, it's not fraying. It's just how the stitching is on this thing. It has to end. Like this is the suede here, okay? And hashtag SWADE. I got 2 of these. I got one that's like the regular edition, and then I got this. And then I have all of the awesomeness that's in this box, which I'm not going to go through really. But this is the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition box, which I've been waiting for a year. Yeah.
I thought you were vegetarian.
What do you mean? Mutazoid says, I saw lots of kids sitting on the floor playing No Thank You Evil, and it looked like a lot of fun. Wait, you're vegetarian now, and you have your cow. No, I have your cowhide book. I'm not a vegan. I'm a vegetarian, so I still can have leather, right? That's how that works?
No.
No? Anyway, all right, so let's, just for one, I'm not going to unbox, because there's other videos for unboxing, but I do want to note that the folks...
Dice.
Leave it! The folks at Pinnacle sure did pack a lot of stuff into this box. If you want to see the inside of this, you can just, on YouTube, look up Savage Worlds Adventure Edition unboxing. You'll find it. But I'm very happy that it now has a place.
He is probably still at Disney.
On
Say hi
the
to
shelf.
my grandma.
Yeah, Scott's box is waiting for him at home.
Yes, he's been posting pictures of Disney.
I know, we've been watching him on Facebook. They've been cool.
I've been watching him on Instagram.
We have no questions for Judge Evie presides
I know.
tonight.
I even posted on Instagram, sent me pictures. Like, what the heck, guys? I thought you were my friends. Guess not.
I have a question for you. Are you going through the same East Texas University withdrawal that I'm going through?
Yes.
Because now that this arrived, I'm kind of sad right now that we're not playing ETE right now.
I'm also sad we're not at Disney.
You have, like, food in your face, you know that?
I do.
You have, like, yeah, you should, like, go off camera
No,
for
I
a second.
don't.
You do. You have, like, chocolate around your lips here.
But I didn't eat chocolate.
You should run. You had an Oreo. You spit it out. You should run
That
to the
was
bathroom
gross.
and wipe your mouth off.
No, it's not.
I'm now
bad.
kicking Judge
No,
Evie.
everyone's got to see my pants.
Then go through your bedroom door. I don't know. Go clean your face off. I'll take care of this for a second. Okay? Keith's saying, I studied microbiology, and we had to use alcohol for decolorizing and such. I met someone scared to touch it because of his religion that he found out it was okay. So then you get a pass with the book. So, yeah, you know, I do eat eggs and I eat cheese, which I know are not vegetarian.
Saw it.
I'm sorry, aren't vegan. So I can't. I think that the cheese is what holds me to going the next step to full vegan. I couldn't give it up.
There's
It's
too much
it's addictive.
stuff to like not like to be vegan. Like it's just too hard.
One day I plan to go the whole way.
I don't. Anyway.
All right, so let's talk. Rep returns here, and they are watching. What's up? I don't remember. I suck with handles. Like I know, I'm memorizing who is who, but I do need refreshers occasionally. Just because I know who Savage Scott W is, and Mutazoid because I did some chatting with him.
Who couldn't know who Savage Scott W was?
Who wouldn't know that?
He's a Scavenge Scott W.
Scavenge?
Savage.
Scavenge.
Oh.
Scavenge isn't even a word.
You're not.
All right, let's go into topic, okay? We were going to talk about horror gaming. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's Joan.
Oh,
DCC
it is
Joan.
Joan.
Why? We need a list of who is who.
Wait, put it on the whiteboard that's over here. Wait.
Write it down. Don't put it on that.
It's a whiteboard.
It's not like later. Put it down. We're going on topic now, okay? All right. We were going to talk horror gaming, and we changed our minds. I changed our minds. For a couple reasons.
Canceled.
The first reason was the game canceled. So, I mean, our game on Friday canceled, so there was really no point in...
it's going to happen this weekend.
Is it this weekend?
I mean, I told them it's this week. If they make plans, I mean, no, heck them. But that's their decision.
I do really want to run some superheroes gaming right now because of watching The Boys, I will say.
The boys.
I think your friends could be superheroes. Or supervillains.
I like villains better.
I have a whole campaign setting for that, so...
We can be Medusa.
You can be Medusas. You could be a Medusa. I mean, we could be Medusa. Maybe next week we'll discuss horror gaming, not sure. This week we're talking game tables, okay? That's going to be this week's topic of conversation.
I don't know who came up with this.
For two reasons. The first reason was, last week we mentioned a Kickstarter from two of our favorite people and their company, the Carolina Game Tables. They have their 5x5 Kickstarter. I did put a link in the Twitter feed, which you can see below, that to their website. You can also, I think in the YouTube comments, I'll put the link to their website also. It's Jody and Clint Black. They are awesome people, and they have a Kickstarter right now for a 5x5 foot table that seats 8. And the reason that the main reason why I had tables in the mind was, so they have a couple tables out there. They have the 5x5 table that they're kickstarting right now, and they have this banquet table, which is like kind of the one I really want. And the banquet table is huge. And my wife and I are pretty certain we want one of their tables, besides the fact we know them and they're awesome people and we trust them because they're awesome people and they are awesome savages for the savage.
They're like as savage as Savage Scott.
Well, Jody, they both are work with Pinnacle Entertainment Group, but we've seen their products in person.
We've touched them.
We've touched their products, not them. That sounded terrible. That sounded horrible. No, we touched the tables.
That's what I meant, though.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, we touch the tables, and the tables
They're soft.
are cool. I don't know where to go with this. We really like the banquet size table. We really like the 5x5 foot table. But the issue is the house. On Friday, this is the main problem I'm having here. My main angst. We live in an apartment. We are on the quest for a house.
We're actually
Probably a
on the
townhouse where we live.
floor now.
And we would really like to have a place that has the proper space for a game table. The house we want, the style of house we want, because there's a whole bunch of townhomes nearby, probably wouldn't be big enough for the banquet table, but maybe the 5 foot by 5 foot would work. If we got a house that had a full basement play area, the banquet table would be fine because it's longer. At this point, we're literally looking at houses and at the space and thinking, what size table could we put in here? Because that's
First thing you think of.
exactly, it's what size game table will fit. With that said, the place we looked at on Friday wouldn't fit much of anything. The dining room was pretty small.
That place was terrible.
It was terrible. It just wasn't for us. But it got us thinking about game tables and talking about game tables here. So that's going to be our topic. There are some comments. Mutazoid says those tables look awesome. Agreed. Trogdor781, who is Andy Lyon, says, I heard Lankmore is cool. Maybe we should try running that. We do have to get back to our Lankmore game. This is true. Which is the online game. So that is definitely true. Mutazoid again says he touched them too at Gen Con. I hope you meant the tables and not Jody and Clint Black. And then Savage Scott W says would love a game table, but we just spent all of our money here at Walt Disney World.
Hey, we do that.
Yeah, you've done that too. All right. So let's talk tables here. As we go through this, if you want to comment about tables or whatnot, toss some things out to us. And I'm not just talking about game tables like one of the special deluxe tables, like the Carolina game tables or whoever else makes tables like that. I'm talking any kind of table because I know there's a meme out there about like what your favorite controller is. You just yawn.
No.
Yeah, I think you did. I saw you yawn on camera.
I'm sorry.
There's a meme out there about your favorite game controller is the game table, and I think we agree with that. So, what we have right now is an old busted bare table with an expander in the middle, right?
That thing's weird.
What the table is?
Yeah.
Why is our table weird?
Well, it's covered in glitter, and I have no idea why.
Our table does always seem to be covered in glitter.
I mean, it's just stuck on.
How much glitter do we use, though?
Oh, it's not from you guys. That's from when I had sliming, like, all the time.
Oh, yeah, and it's just kind of embedded in the table at this point.
Yeah. You're welcome.
How I like to set my table up is very important. I sit on one of the shorter ends, obviously, and I will have my GM screen to the right of me, a stack of books to the left. In the middle, I like to have at least some paper, some graph paper, or a notebook I can write in, and then I have my dice behind the screen, and then I usually have a play mat out, one of those dry erase mats. Personally, I know it's not the highest quality, but
this is the best quality you
this
can
is
get.
this is what I use. I use a boat, a whale boat.
This is the best thing that money can buy.
This is what I use. This is one of Paizo's fold out dry erase. This was set up from last week's Numenera game.
Whoa. Oh, that's
This is what I use. You can also use the ones you roll out, whatever. But this is like in the center of the table.
You gotta use that thing.
Even if I'm not playing with miniatures, I do like to have those out because
What about markers?
we have the markers. I'm not going to show the markers.
Yeah, we do.
What is your preferred layout for the table, Judge
Okay,
Evie?
so I sit at the end like you do.
Right.
Like okay, so like this is the table, okay? And I sit like here. And then everyone else sits there. But if I'm playing, I sit on the bench we have. because I take up the bench.
We
Anyway,
have a bench on one side and seats on the other, and you play sitting on the bench. Why do you keep drifting off camera? I keep moving the
I'm
camera.
turning to Mom.
Yeah, have you moved this way?
I can't. My
So,
knee's in the
hold
way.
on. All you're telling them right now is that you set up by sitting on one end of the table.
Yeah, okay, so I sit here, and I put out the screen, like, kind of, like, in front of me, because then it looks super cool. And then I put my, like, books here, like, on the left of me. I don't know why it's so sideways. Like, on the left, and then I put my... Yeah, and then I put, like, my books, like here, and I put my markers, like, here, and then I put my
Scott's
dice.
got it. Evie sits here, everyone else sits there. That's
then
the show tonight,
pretend
guys.
this is, like, the thing. I'll put my dice, like, the whole... around here, and then I'll roll them, like, out here in
You
front.
roll your dice in the open, right?
Yeah.
You're an open die roller.
Yeah.
I like to have... So I like to
Wait,
have the
I'm not
screen
done
to my
yet.
right just so I can roll dice in the middle.
Yeah, I roll them in the middle, but I just roll over the screen.
Mm.
I'm complicated.
Do you use... You don't use this, do you? One of these.
No, that thing is weird. It's like the size of your face.
This is one of those, like, little dice trays.
I want to snap it.
I want to snap
I
it.
want to snap
I want to snap it.
I want to snap it.
Look at the dice tray. Woo, packs
It's like a hat.
unplugged.
It's like a hat.
December.
Okay, so, and then I have my pencils on the right, and then I have the mat out in the center, and I move it up more because I can put snacks on the other end.
Snacks are important.
Yes, they are. All my friends say we have the best snacks.
We really do put out a good
We have
spread.
the best snacks.
Especially when we're playing, I think whenever we seem to play East Texas University, it does seem to be the epic of spreads.
That's the worst stuff spreads.
Why?
Well, it depends on the day. Like, some days we'll have the best stuff, and some days
No,
we'll, like, we have
because Mom
this.
plays and she's got like the cheese she cuts up and she's...
That's only sometimes. Like, last time all we had was a bowl of chips. Stop it!
Hair in your mouth.
No one can see that.
We have comments.
You're just pointing this stuff out.
All right, so Scott says we have a really nice table with 2 extra leaves. Oh, not expanders, they're leaves. Why did I say expanders?
What's a leaf?
4 chairs. It's what the expander.
Leaf.
4 chairs on a bench. It actually works great. And then Andy says, then everyone dies. He meant you know, that you kill everyone. And Scott is cool with open rollers. And Joan is saying she likes sitting along the table, on the side of the table. In this way, she can hear everyone and reach PC sheets to stamp them dead. Holy snap. So, Joan, you sit on the long end of the table? That's like...
Inception. What?
Andy can confirm that the best snacks are Jen's cheese.
I know the cheese secret.
What's the cheese
I
secret?
can't say.
Well, tell the cheese secret.
No.
What's your mom's cheese secret? Is it involve getting your head on camera?
Well, the cheese secret.
I'm going to tip you out of here then. All right. So let's talk about what makes a good table then. Okay. So what's the best table shape? Circle or square or rectangle?
If you have a circle table, there's something wrong with you. You have
Convention tables are all circles.
Yeah, there's something wrong with them. You have to have it as a rectangle
Why?
because then it's sectional and organized.
Wait a second. I think a round table is great though because don't you think at a circular at a square table, you know, they're no, I think round tables suck.
See?
I was trying to defend round tables. I'm not a round table fan. Are any of you round table fans? I don't. I mean, except unless you're King Arthur, you know.
Who's
Don't
King-
even start with an oval table.
Oh no, hon.
We have a screen. I want to click the link, but there's a screen for a link there on drive-through from Keith. Definitely check that out. I have not seen
What
this
is
Ultimate
up
GM
with
screen.
you? Circles suck.
Joan, what's up with circular table? Really?
Give us a 4-letter word that ends in CK. It's called
Wait.
suck.
Oh my god, you're really pushing the boundaries here.
No, that's not what I was gonna say because she said rock. I meant suck.
All right, how about height? When I was younger and in high school, I played exclusively on a coffee table height. And I sat underneath my knees under the coffee table. My players were all on couches around me. So what is that coffee table height? Because you can get a Carolina game table or other game table with a
Okay, Okay,
height.
so if we're playing a board game, coffee
That works
table
there.
height. If we're playing a role-playing game, I like regular
Why
height.
does it matter?
It just does.
But what? No, but think about it. Why would it matter what height it is?
I don't know. Just
Is
does.
your character sheet's below you? I think with the coffee table, I think if you're playing a story game, I think having everyone more comfortable, because I don't know, sitting at a table isn't these are our table chairs. These are, I mean, they're pretty solid.
They're hard.
Just hard, dull.
Wait.
Joan, there's a poker table at a thrift shop close to her for sale.
What's a poker table?
It's a small table.
Ew.
And Keith grew up playing at a friend's kitchen table. It was small for his family, only him and his mom, so need for a big table. When I moved to an apartment after college, I made my own table. We had a small coffee table, a very small coffee table. And the way we couldn't afford a bigger table because we were broke, we were like young. This is your mom and me were like, I don't know, 23, 24. And what I did was I bought a piece of like a big piece of sheet plywood or something like that. And or particle board. No, it was plywood. It was plywood. And I wrapped it in felt, green felt, and used that. And we just lay it on top of the coffee table. Worked pretty well. Worked very well, actually. All right, so I think the preference here might be regular size tables. I think that's debatable.
Like
Surface type. What kind of surface are you thinking?
wood?
Like a surface, like made of what? Like I think like most tables are wood, right? Yeah. I have not had a chance to play on one of the tables like long term that is like the
we have
the what?
At Ray's house.
Did we play? We saw Ray's table. We didn't actually play on it though.
Yeah, we did. Played a board game on it.
I don't remember playing a board game on it.
I do.
Our friend Ray has one of those game tables. Whatever the one was, whatever one of the ones was, but that company went out of business. Not Carolina Game Tables, because they're still going strong. But
Reaper tables?
Reaper never made a table. You have to paint it yourself if they did, I'm pretty sure. And it'd be plastic.
Ew.
Well, I look forward to trying to play on one of those. But all right, hold on. What about tablecloth or no tablecloth?
I hate tablecloth.
Why?
Because they always move around, and I always spill stuff on them. And if I spill stuff on them, like I did today at Uncle Tommy's table, I spilled stuff all over his tablecloth. You just can't tell anybody. But if it's your own tablecloth, and like people see it, then they're like, "Oh my God, you spilled out my tablecloth! I can't get that spill out."
Scott's got it. Geek chic. Yeah, it was a geek chic table that he had. How about seats? What kind of seat? You sit on a bench. Is the bench comfortable to sit on for 3 hours?
No.
So why do you sit there?
Because I just do. I can't sit in the psychopath seat. The one seat's always
What's the psychopath seat?
Okay, so there's a seat at our table, and if you sit there, you turn into a psychopath.
That's the table just to my left when I'm jamming, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the psychopath seat. Whoever's there is a crazy player for whatever reason. Yeah. So that's, if I'm GMing and I'm this way, to my left is the psychopath seat. And to the right, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. To my right is the bench.
Yeah.
Keith, RPGs, no tablecloth, board card games, then no tablecloth, board card games, then small blankets have no space for a fancy table.
Okay, wait. Bless you.
I'm not reading that right.
So if
RPGs, no tablecloth, board card games, then small blanket. This is Keith, punctuation, sorry. How to read that?
you put a blanket on your table? Oh, so instead of the cloth on the table, like the fancy table, it just puts a blanket on his
Just
table.
a blanket. That makes sense.
If
I like to have. I put a cloth down for miniatures gaming. I have these big sheets of.
If it's Frostgrave, it's okay.
For Frostgrave,
and if it's
I have
for, like,
that those. Well, I did have for Frostgrave and X-Wing. I had those black and green or black and white sheets of felt. Right? Was it felt or was it not felt? What's
for
that
what,
material?
Frostgrave?
Yeah, what's that material called?
Felt.
I don't think it's felt.
The white stuff?
I don't think it's felt.
It's felt.
I don't think it's felt.
It's felt.
It has the fuzzy on the one side. It's like a different, heavier cloth.
No, it's felt.
I don't think it's felt.
It's friggin' felt.
All right. It's friggin' felt.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a solid white or a solid black. I had that until I put down the what's it called? I got those sheets, those vinyl, not vinyl, the spongy material. Now I can't talk. Neoprene. I have the neoprene mats now.
That's a word?
And it's not flannel either.
No, flannels are like
It's not flannel.
what Carrie wears.
It's the kind of material those some of those sweatshirts are made. That's what those jackets are made out of in winter in the fall. Those fall jackets people wear.
On the inside?
And the inside's a little bit fuzzier than the outside.
That's not what it feels like at all. It's felt. Like you go to the craft store, you buy a piece of felt.
It's not felt.
Like I bought.
I'm
for
pretty
my
sure it's
locker.
not felt.
It's felt.
Moving on. All right. Is one table enough?
Yes, depends.
What about a side
okay.
table?
What?
My favorite GMing setup. Fleece! It's fleece!
No, it's
Yes, it is. No, they're fleece. They're fleece. They are definitely fleece. I forgot about fleece. Like you forgot about Dre.
Let's try.
You forgot about him. That's how it starts. Anyway, my favorite table setup when I used to run games at Penn State. When I went to Penn State and I was in a game club, the Gaming Association of Penn State, GAPS, and I used to love having. There were these long, thin tables, and I'd have two in front of me, the width of a regular gaming table. Then I put two next to that and pulled them to either side, and I had a perfect U around myself. And I'd have two GM screens. This is for like when I was running mostly Alternity, which you've never played Alternity. But that was like my jam. When I was in college, like from 1998 through 2000, Alternity was my game. That was TSR's sci-fi role-playing game.
Don't
That
you
was
have 4
definitely my
years
game.
of college though? And you only gave us 2 years.
But between those years, because in 2001 I started playing D&D 3rd Edition.
Oh.
So in 98 to 2000, I went to
When was
college.
your fairy?
Fairy Meat?
Yeah, when was that?
I played Fairy Meat like in the early 2000s.
Oh.
The miniatures game by Kenzer Company. All right, so Keith is checking his blankets. Andy says, if you need a less argumentative co-host, I'm available. Also, don't yell boo at random.
Boo!
Anytime, sir.
Who's
And Scott saying, I love having a side table.
Is that...
Trogdor is Andy Lyon.
Oh.
Scott says, I love having a side table or at least a chair for Yeah, I love to have something next to me, whether it's a bar stool size chair or something to put books on.
That's what I like.
I want one of those dinner tables, one of those dinner trays for like you'd have in front of you, like your great grandmother had, Uncle Tom had.
Oh yeah.
You have if you want to eat dinner in front of the television. I want one of those for books.
Oh, but it's got swankier than that.
And some of those really fancy tables you can get, they have things that come out.
Yeah. You know what I like to play on?
What?
Okay, so Nini's glass table.
Glass table?
Not glass, but her.
No, I know her glass table. Yeah, I know.
That's what I like.
Why would you want to play on that?
I don't know, it's just cool.
I mean, it was cool for X-Wing, because you kind of think it was an open space.
Yeah.
But not for role-playing games. It's uncomfortable. And the dice can, shatter the table and it explodes.
Is it real glass?
Yeah, it's all glass.
Really?
Yeah, they love your Nini loves to have a house full of dangerous tables with sharp edges.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, you were gonna ask, someone was gonna ask, what kind of table do you prefer at a convention?
Yeah, we have to include it somewhere, okay?
Well, what?
Hey. What's your name?
Jeff.
No, it's Bonnie. Anyway.
Okay.
So, just chillin', bro. What's your favorite type of table at a convention? You 8th grader. I'm a 9th grader. Get on my level.
My favorite type of table at a convention is a small coffee table size table that you'd find in the hotel lobbies. especially the one
That's
at the
cool,
JW
bro.
Marriott. That was my favorite table, the last con.
Okay.
I think we're wrapping up here.
Wait,
Any more
I have to
last
say
call for
mine.
questions?
Hey, wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. Last call for questions.
No.
We're at a half an hour. Yeah.
I
Go ahead.
wanna say my
Say
favorite
yours.
table.
Say
Okay.
yours.
I don't know where this was, what hotel it was, but at this coffee table that we played, not Frostgrave, Lamentations of the Flame Princess on.
That was a small coffee table at the. I don't know where that was.
It was like,
last year.
this was the window where
I know
Dylan
where it
starts
was.
singing Call Me Maybe. That one.
Yes.
That one.
That was just a regular size coffee table height table.
Yeah, I liked that table though.
So all right, so we like coffee.
I like
tables.
the setup of it, like the couch, and the two chairs, the chair back there, and like the openness of the other side for you.
We have some questions here. Joan says, if I could have a home game, I would love it. Then I would not need to drag maps, minis, books, modules, dice to the stores. That would be cool. Let's see. Keith wants to play a game now. So do I. Scott says, glass isn't good. Dice bounce too much. Agreed. Joan says, everyone needs a dice tray. Also true. Favorite color. We were discussing this, actually,
Yeah.
because we were looking at
like color and regular?
I mean, I was looking at the Carolina Game Tables setups, and I liked having the darker wood stain or finish and
Yeah.
the blue mat underneath, because
like-
the blue mat, at least with the blue felt, at least with the blue or the green or the tan or the black, it's a color of a surface that maybe you could use for miniatures.
I like the dark with the red or the blue.
Blue. We're just settled on blue at this point
Yes.
for the house that we don't have yet.
Which we're gonna get. Oh, house. We've changed to house.
No, it's gonna be a townhouse.
We looked at a couple houses, just they
It's
were
just too
crooked.
expensive. Yeah, the house we could afford was crooked, like this.
I didn't even realize that.
Scott says GW Marriott tables are great for getting down and drunk on.
True.
How about your favorite color, dice tray or your table mat? I don't
Dice
know.
tray, purple.
I'm for purple too, because I like the one from.
Yeah.
I like this one because PAX Unplugged.
I like the shade of purple. Woo. If they could make that shade
I
of
keep
purple.
trying to pimp that out because PAX Unplugged is the next big con, which is.
You're saying Save Against Fear isn't a big con.
Save Against Fear is not a big con.
It's not going to be.
It is our next con in a few weeks.
Wait, when is it?
Harrisburg. Well, let's make that comment here, okay? So, Road Crew shout-outs, all right? We have Save Against Fear coming up, which we will be at, and that is the weekend of October, 12th, 13th, and 14th, something like that, and that's in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm running 2 sessions of Dungeon Crawl Classics.
They won't let me run anything.
She is co-GMing with me, and 2 sessions of Numenera.
They're like, we can't let anybody who's under 18 run games. And if you're if you're 13 and under, you can't walk around by yourself.
And
I'm going to my Taco Bell by
at
myself.
PAX Unplugged, we're trying to coordinate a cool Savage Saturday night, as that's sort of like
Really?
my unofficial, yeah. That's like become my unofficial
I'm
Savage
getting
Worlds
my
con out here in
entire
Philly.
DCC crew to come to PAX.
It'd be a good time.
Because they have to meet Uncle Brendan.
Finally, I should note that, again, the Delaware Valley Savages are running at 7th Dimension Games in Jenkintown, PA next Sunday. So it's Savage Worlds, but
say
it
hi
still
to
counts.
them for me.
I will tell them. You said hi. It's 12 to 5.
Yeah.
And if anyone else has Road Crew shoutouts, let us know. You can email those and questions to Judge Evie at Judge Evie Presides at
Please send questions.
DCCJudgeEvie@gmail.com.
We're falling just loophole.
We are
where y'all
not
do
going to
it.
Gamehole Con, Keith.
What's
That
a
is
Gamehole?
in Wisconsin. It is not easy to get to from
It's
Philadelphia.
like 14 hours away now.
That's a long drive. Or flying, which is very expensive. Unless someone wants to fly us to Gamehole Con, in which case...
Fly me to game hole.
Let us know.
Hashtag fly Evie to game hole.
One last shout out to our friends at Carolina Game Tables, because they have the Kickstarter that's ending soon. Let's see, where are they at with that? Let's take a look here. Kickstarter, Carolina Game Tables. I think it's wrapping up here. At least go give them a look. And even if it's not something that you are on the hunt for, or maybe you can't afford to buy a large table, they are a larger item. The 5x5 table has 7 days to go, 16 backers. It's at $8,300. They need 10,000. So they need one more table essentially, because the tables are to get the 5x5 table is $1,699. That's $1,699. They are a big purchase, but it's also something that you will have forever, unless your kids like jump on it.
How long is this table we've had?
We've had this table for over like 15 years. What we have right now. But it's also a table that is very well made and something that is not something you'd find. I don't know. Most tables that you get, their gaming tables, are far more expensive than what they're selling theirs for. I mean, so I think value-wise, it is awesome. And again, it's great to buy stuff from awesome people.
Yeah.
So, with that said, we're going to wrap things up here. You can find us on Twitter at ILiveForCrits, Instagram at LivingForCrits, and you can find us on YouTube. Just if you're on YouTube right now, you've come to the right place. Like and subscribe below, or you could just search Living for Crits on YouTube if you're finding us through Twitch or Twitter. No, it's Twitch.
It's Twitch.
Crap, it's Twitch. So, as Scott says, it's ASMR time, and I don't know here. Like, well, why don't you start thinking of one, right?
Oh, I have one.
Keith is saying, I haven't decided if I'm going to unplug yet. Funny thing, I just put ribbons in my D&D books and chose purple and sky blue. Just like the PAX people favorite colors. So I asked them to sign the books. That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So I'm gonna do mine.
Okay. Boo! Did that scare you?
No.
You jumped a little bit.
J.W. Marriott. Lean in.
Okay, I got it. I just looked at something
Lean
and I
in.
got one.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it. Why is it so far over?
Because it's stuck.
Wait. Wait, you can't laugh.
I'm trying to get this on camera here.
Crazy. Crazy clown.
Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Grey's Anatomy? What?
No. Crazy clown.
Crazy clown. Good night, everybody.